Hey guys, my name is KJOS and I have one question to ask. What music streaming platform do you use in 2021 and why? Now, in a world where music streaming has replaced your tapes, your CD players, your vinyls, and most important of all, illegal downloads, it's become so easy to get access to millions of songs with your smartphone and of course the internet. But with so many music streaming platforms that are out there, it's kind of hard to drown out all the noise and choose the one that is good for your taste and your style. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the best music streaming platforms in 2021 that you should be using or consider using. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be giving my KJOS stamp and approval so you guys can choose from. And also don't forget to like and share this video for your friends and family that want to know all this information that I'm about to give. Now, without taking too much of your time, let's get this party started. Starting off this list, let's talk about Spotify. Now, Spotify is where everything started off for me back in high school. So back then, I used to be a very big music head. I used to listen to a lot of songs. So people would come to me to give them new music and whatnot. And I would go to all these dodgy websites and download songs and burn them into a CD. And burn is a word I haven't heard in a while. Remember when we used to burn songs on CDs and give it to people? It's been a crazy period. Anyway, fast forward to university and a friend of mine introduced me to Spotify, a convenient place where you can stream or download any song you want in the world. It was a very crazy concept to me, so I took it and started using it. But there was a catch. I had to pay and I definitely did not want to pay. So after my 90-day trial, I kind of started using the free version. We'd had lots and lots of ads, right? But I would pay sometimes if there were extreme deals like 3 months for 99 cents and something like that. Please do not judge me. My uni period was a hard time. Fast forward today in 2021 and I still use Spotify with other music streaming platforms because my music is scattered all over the place. But I come back to Spotify regularly because it is easy to navigate, the thumbnails are clear and concise, and also sets the mood for what you're about to listen to. It is well spaced out with the search bar and your library tab are easily identifiable. To top it all off with its clean interface, that all dark mode background color sits just right with me and my homies. Now, more reasons I keep coming back to Spotify are the features within the app. So as a big music person, I share my music a lot with a lot of people. And in my journey, I've also found people with similar taste in music just like myself. And with that, I also try to compare music with those friends to see who has a superior music taste. And to my surprise, Spotify one day came out and said we are creating a new feature called blend mode. It basically just blends you and your friends' playlists together to see how much they match up. And from time to time, it updates with new songs. Now, I really dig this feature because I can see what we listen to and also clown you if you have a song that is kind of trash. More features that I think that are really good is, for one, the group listening feature, which is sort of intimate. It allows you to control each other's music with any song you want. And the best feature of all, that is the Spotify Connect. Now, this allows you to connect to a wireless speaker or control your music from any device. So let me paint you this. You're having a party with your Google Home. You can literally use your phone, laptop, iPad, or even your PlayStation to control the music. It's well integrated thanks to Wi-Fi, and I really dig that. I also noticed no other music streaming service is doing this, at least the last time I checked. And at the end of the year, they have a full show showing all the music you listen to in the entire year, your favorite genre, the artists you listen to the most, and others. It's probably the most exciting thing that happens at the end of the year, and it's a pretty big deal too. Now, Spotify isn't all that rosy. It does have its flaws, and even though Spotify is free, it comes with a bunch of ads that are very aggressive, sometimes more than others, and you're only allowed 3 to 6 skips per hour or thereabout. Now, compare that to other music streaming platforms on here, it also has the weakest sound quality. The highest bitrate being 320 kilobits per second, and this isn't bad at all by any chance, it's just a little flaw I noticed. And last but not least, Spotify Connect might be good and very much welcome, but it glitches from time to time. At the moment, I can't even use my phone to connect to my Google Home. I have to use my iPad to do that. Maybe it's just me. Again, it's an annoyance that I haven't even bothered to fix yet. Next up on the list of the best music streaming platforms in 2021, we have YouTube Music. Now, when I did the 2020 version of this video, YouTube Music actually came out on top. Now, if you want to check that out, I'll leave a card right up there and also in the description below. YouTube Music has been there for the last 6 years. They started off when Apple Music 2 was released, but Apple Music has clearly gone further than them. Now, people don't even use YouTube Music because they haven't heard of it. They already have iPhones, they just go to Apple Music, or they just even go to Spotify altogether. And that's a shame, honestly, because YouTube Music is really really, really good. Now, it could be so many different reasons why they are not as popular as everybody else today. Maybe for me, I think their marketing, for me anyway, their marketing is really aggressive on YouTube when you're watching YouTube videos. So it kind of puts everybody off as opposed to infusing like your streaming platform in our daily lives the way Spotify or even Apple Music are doing. Nonetheless, YouTube Music is probably the top tier on this list, but we'll get to that. We're not done yet. For one, they have the best algorithm. Yeah, I said it. YouTube Music has the best algorithm in the world, period. I'm not even exaggerating. You can play one song from one particular genre, and the next 100 songs, yes, I said 100 songs, will be exactly what you're looking for. It's almost like magic. It's almost like black magic, to be fair. But that is how good the algorithm of YouTube Music is. It basically takes your YouTube search history, your Google search history, and puts it into consideration when recommending the next song to you. And it also makes the best playlist because of this algorithm. Now, if you're also into mixtapes, unreleased songs, or songs that are so old that they do not even appear in other streaming platforms, yep, you guessed it, they're on YouTube Music. Now, the only caveat is that it uses the main YouTube platform to provide these songs, so it is only available if someone has already uploaded them and it's what you're looking for. Regardless, it beats the music stopping every time you leave the YouTube app. In terms of its features, it does not really have a lot. It has an impressive integration with how you can view music videos with the tap of a button, and it's quite clear the good people at YouTube paid attention to a feature most streaming platforms saw as an afterthought. Now, speaking of afterthoughts, their end of the year playlist is quite meh and a poor attempt to be part of the gang. It's not really announced. I just woke up one morning in December and saw the playlist. And honestly, I did not even agree with the songs that I saw there. Overall, YouTube Music is great. It's a bloody great service that has a few features that need to be improved on or even added. I mean, hey, it's free, but if you thought those ads on the main YouTube platform are annoying or aggressive, you're definitely going to hate the ones on the YouTube Music platform. Raise your hand right now if you use Apple Music because you have an iPhone. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will have your hands up because iPhones are quite popular in the world and also here in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, I have done a poll on my social media time and time again, asking people their best music streaming platforms that they have used, and Apple Music comes up top most of the time because, again, it's quite popular. People even went ahead to ask me that how come Apple Music isn't free because they bought iPhones. And my reply to them, well, you might as well ask for AirPods too if you really want that because you bought an iPhone also. Those are two things that are never going to happen. But anyway, Apple Music is Apple's attempt at a music streaming service, and they have done very well for themselves. After buying out their competition Beats Music, they took all the data Beats accumulated over the years and decided to revamp everything, and in 2015, Apple Music came around. Okay, I'm going to say this right now, I do not like Apple Music. And not because it's bad or anything, I just believe that Apple can do a lot better than Apple Music they've given us. They have prided themselves with being user-friendly and they have apps that are easy to navigate, but with Apple Music, it's kind of like an afterthought for them. The interface is really hard to navigate, the thumbnails are not just fine, and the fonts are kind of big. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty decent with the dark mode, but it's still hard to navigate for me. Also, comment below if you feel the same way as I do. Okay, let's talk about the good stuff before we come back to the bad stuff. Apple Music has a human expert playlist. The playlists are handpicked by other people, which sounds great, but sometimes it's sort of a hit or miss. While the algorithm for continuous music will play anything it wants to, irrespective of your listening history. It's not as deep or detailed as YouTube Music or even Spotify's, and its machine learning still has a long way to go. Now, if you're in that Apple ecosystem, you should definitely stick to Apple Music because for one, if you have the HomePod Mini, it is a lot easier to transfer your music from your phone to your speakers with a touch. It's almost like magic. And speaking of music, Apple Music now supports spatial audio, which offers a multi-dimensional audio experience. Basically, it feels like music is playing all around you, and the experience is pretty dope, but not one I use all the time. Apple Music also offers lossless audio, just like Tidal, giving you music in full CD quality, but there is a downer. Lossless audio does not support the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max. Yeah, I know it kind of sucks. Now imagine spending $500 on headphones and can't even enjoy lossless sound. For those that don't know or unsure, Apple Music is also on Android, but the app is not exactly polished as the one on the iPhone. But what can I say? Apple in general does not play well with others. Last but not the least on this list, we have Tidal. Now, I see Tidal as that cool kid on the block because when it launched in 2014, it had Jay-Z, Kanye West, Usher, Nicki Minaj, and so many other artists on the stage, promising to do right by the artists that put music on their platform, because back then, a lot of music streaming platforms weren't doing right by the artists. They were being paid a very small amount of money. And Jay-Z came with a breath of fresh air and created a platform for those artists. And even in 2021, he just even sold a stake to Jack Dorsey, the owner of Twitter. So I can only assume that Tidal will be great going forward. Anyway, Tidal was created with audio files in mind. Apart from your standard plan and bitrate, they brought out a feature called Tidal High Fidelity Sound, or Hi-Fi for short, that takes your normal bitrate of 320 kilobits per second to about 1,411 kilobits per second in lossless formats, giving you that full CD quality sound. Some songs on the platform have the option to even turn into a master feature that goes as high as 9,215 kilobits per second, which is insane. But is it really worth it? Now on this list, Tidal is the most expensive streaming platform. When the standard is $9.99 USD, the Hi-Fi feature will cost you about $20 a month. And that is very expensive when you consider it is a recurring payment and Apple Music is already offering lossless sound at a much cheaper rate. But apart from Tidal being expensive, they do offer a few things other apps don't, like exclusive content, for example, album releases like Jay-Z's 444, Beyonce's Lemonade, amongst other things. There was a time Jay-Z removed his entire discography and could only find it on Tidal. Now, if you're a huge Jay-Z fan, it's a great incentive to get on the platform to listen to your favorite artist as well as 70 other million songs. The interface for Tidal is pretty meh. The fonts are way too big for my liking. It has a dark mode with a cyan color, but it really isn't that appealing. Overall, the interface is not the best, but it's kind of manageable. With all that being said, which is the best music streaming platform for you? Let's break it down. If you have an iPhone, then Apple Music might be the best option for you due to that deep ecosystem that you're in. For YouTube Music, if you're into unreleased tracks and having the best continuous music of your life, then YouTube Music is the best way to go. And bonus points if you have an Android phone. Now, if you're an audiophile, on the other hand, Tidal might be the best bet because of that high bitrate and master feature, but it's quite expensive and Apple Music is doing exactly what you want. On the other hand, though, you're going to get exclusive content, so that might be something you're into. And last but not least, we have the best music streaming platform in 2021, and that is Spotify. I am giving it the KJAOS stamp and approval because, again, this is the best music streaming platform of 2021. It is available on all platforms. The interface and user experience is easy to navigate with attractive thumbnails. It has more features than the other 3 streaming platforms on this list, like the blend feature, Spotify Connect, and of course, group listening. Spotify also engages its consumers and listeners with Spotify Wrapped Up feature, showing us what we listen to throughout the year. Spotify has taken it to a different level, and I don't see anyone catching up with them anytime soon. But what do you guys think? Is Spotify the best, or did I miss out on any other streaming platform? Comment below and let me know. And guys, if you like this video, click that like button and share this video with your friends that want a new streaming experience. And also consider subscribing to the channel if you agree, and also even if you don't. Thank you guys for watching. My name is KJOS, and I will catch you in the next one where we talk all things tech.